So today in science we're going to see about skeletal structure and functions. So let's begin with some definitions. The skeleton is the supporting structure of an organism, and every organism has a skeleton. So it it supports. It has some various shapes, and it protects. In they have to protect soft tissues and delicate organs. That is the vital organs like the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the kidney, and others. Um, and the skeleton comes from a word in Greek called skeletos here, and it means dried up. So if you kind of absorb a person, like if when it dies and it passes a long time, there is the only thing that will remain will be the skeleton, right? The bones. And the skeleton is made of bones, and the bone is a rigid organ in animal invertebrate skeleton. So uh, it has five main functions: to protect the organs of the body, to produce red and white blood cells, that is hematopoiesis, to store minerals, to provide structure and support for body, and to enable mobility. So these are the five main ones. And the bone, like I said, come in variety of shapes and sizes and have complex internal and external structure. So I talked about the skeletal, so we're going to see some functions of the skeleton. First is to support our body and framework for movement. Second is to protect our most vital organs, as I just said, and to perform physiological roles in our body, like storage of calcium and hematopoiesis, like I just said. There is 4 types of skeleton. So the first one is the exoskeleton, which is the stable outer shell. For example, here this beetle and this ladybug. And today we have some robots. They are like suits, and they are called exoskeleton robots. For example, here in this image, we can see an exoskeleton robot. We have the endoskeleton, which forms the support structure inside the body. So here in this drawing, we can see the endoskeleton, and all the humans have endoskeleton, right? The hydroskeleton, which is a flexible skeleton supported by fluid pressure. Here the octopus, we can see he has an hydroskeleton. And the last one, in every cell we have the cytoskeleton, which is present in the cytoplasm, including bacteria and archaea. Here, as you can see, we can see the nucleus, the reticulum, and here is the cytoskeleton. These kind of straws, they are the cytoskeletons. So these are the main types of skeletons, right? And here we have some bone types. So we have axial bones. Axial comes from the axis of the body, which is the skull, the rib cage, and the vertebral column. Here, as you can see in red, the axial skeleton. So here, the skull, the rib cage, and the vertebral column, and the appendicular bones, or the legs and the arms. So here you can see the legs and the arms here, right, the shoulder. And the marrow is this part here inside the bone. Here's where the hematopoiesis happens, right? So there's 2 types: the red one, then there's the hematopoiesis, and the yellow one, that stores fat, right? So here, as you can see in this bone, This middle part, where is the marrow, is called we have here the diaphysis, where is the marrow, right? Here is the epiphysis, and between the diaphysis and the epiphysis there is the metaphysis, and yeah, here is the marrow, right? We have two other types of bones: the flat bones, that is like more geometric, for example, the sternum, the sternum, the scapula, and the cranial bones, right, and the ribs. So they, in the inner they are spongy, and outside they are compact. And the long bones, for example, femur, that is our longest bone, and humerus, for example, too. So these are the main bone types, right? And oops, yeah, that is, so these are, this is for science today.